Yeah, that's way better. All right, I had to flex on y'all one time. Somebody in the comments said I was thick. You know, I've been working out, man. So, I mean, I don't know how you mean by that, but I'll take it. I'll take it in a positive way. But anyway, welcome back to Dream Chew, the second best eating show on YouTube. If you know what I'm referring to, thank you so much for sticking around so long and being on this ride with us. Today, I'm having some BIRRIA tacos from Black Market BIRRIA. I believe I did a short form video on these in the past, but I never did a long form. These are some of my favorite dipped, fried, greasy, just BIRRIA. I think that's how you say it. BIRRIA. Gotta roll off the tongue a little bit. BIRRIA tacos. And if you ever come to Houston, Texas, you gotta have that Black Market. So, boom. So you got 3 BIRRIA tacos. You got some pickled onions in there. I believe that's pickled onions, or maybe, I think it is. And then you got the most important part, the soup. This is what they cook the meat in, it's the broth. Look at that smoke coming off there. I don't know if you can see the smoke, but look at that. So before we get into it, let's go ahead and get this thumbnail, because I'll be forgetting sometimes. Open that up. See, what some of y'all don't know is it's a technique to these thumbnails, man. Thumbnails kind of determine 50% whether your video gonna do good or not. But yeah, we gonna hit it like this, get all the food in there, boom. And I'm just hit them with a serious look. I'm gonna dip it one time. I'm gonna catch it 3, 2. Let me get my face right. The hair, you know, boom. Get it out my eye. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's how you do it. That just made my whole mouth water though. Well, let me tell you, man. Stop playing with me. All right, come on. Here we go. Without further ado, let's go ahead and chew. There we go. All right. Let's start it off with this. Let me just taste the broth. Bring my mic up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, that's it. It's still hot. If I could just explain the flavor for you. It's like take the Holy Trinity, add salt to it, some seasoning salt, some pepper, a little bit of Cajun hot sauce. And I mean, not just any Cajun hot sauce. I mean, like maybe Crystal or maybe even Red Hot. Throw a little bit in there. A little bit of pickle juice, just a little bit. Maybe some ketchup. It sounds crazy, but it just comes together and makes this amazing broth. Just like a whole lot of beef in there. And then on top of that, what I do, I don't even put the lime on the taco. I throw it right in the broth because you dip it every time. So we're gonna go like that with it, boom. We'll add that citrus to it. Then on top of that, we got these musty onions and cilantro. Like I don't mess with the radish. I'll take a bite though. Not bad. It tastes like root. I don't like radish. Ooh. But I'm gonna take them onions and cilantro, throw it right up in there too. What's that? Boom. There you had it. Just like that. Let me try these onions out. Now I do like the pickled onions. It sounds crazy, but it's really good. Take a little piece like that. They spicy, crunchy, all that. So what I'm gonna do is, you know, this part of the shell is pretty much fried shut, right, with the meat inside of it. Let me see. Ooh, camera don't wanna focus. There you go. This part is fried shut, right? So I'm gonna take this open part, take a little bit of that onion, because it's spicy now. Go like that. Put it up in there. We're gonna dippy dip, you know? That juice up in there. Get some of them onions and cilantro. Boom, just like that. Cheers. Let me sit back, take all that flavor out. That's nice. Now, BIRRIA, sometimes it's made with lamb, sometimes it's made with beef. I don't ever ask, I don't like to think about it. Because if you don't know, for 2 years I was a vegetarian. Not because of the animals or anything, but health purposes. I was like, man, let me try to be vegan. I'm not vegan, vegetarian. I did for 2 years straight. Then I remember how much I loved buffalo wings and it was over with. But one thing I have noticed about coming back to meat, it's weird. Because when it tastes like meat, you don't want it. You don't, like, you want to eat meat, but you don't want it to taste like meat. You ever ate something? It was like, I ate a burger and was like, man, this thing's still moving. You know what I'm saying? It's not, I don't want to be insensitive to any vegetarians or vegans out there, but you do have meat eaters that don't like to think about eating meat. Oh, look at that. Onion and cilantro on top of that thing like that. Go crazy. Man. So let me talk about my hair real quick. I didn't talk about it in the last video. So I'm doing something with DreamXO Visual. That is the other YouTube channel, my songwriting and videography channel, or cinematography channel. I'm doing something with that. And I feel that it's not getting enough attention. So I said, let me do something different. Let me do something eccentric, you know? Kind of express myself a little bit more. I usually rock the pigtails, or no, space buns. And people knocking me for it now, but give it about a month, maybe 2. You're gonna see everybody walking around here with space buns. I kid you not. Y'all know it. Well, I'm just being me. If you want to see what we're doing, make sure you go to DreamXO Visual. Go subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Turn the notification bell on, definitely. Because when something's finished, we don't have release dates or anything. We're just dropping it. Man. Where my drink at? For the drink today, I got me a little mango, mucho mango. I never read that before. I always drink them, but I never read it. Mucho mango, fruit juice cocktail. Oh, look at this BS. This ain't all natural. Why they lying to people like that? Don't nobody even read it. We know this juice concentrate. Come on, man. That's good. Ooh, that's good. Ah, that is good. What's y'all favorite Arizona? I usually like the green tea, or even better, sometimes I like the watermelon. And when I was a kid, that grape one, you couldn't tell me no different. I just stereotype myself without even realizing it. That's how it be though, man. I was having this conversation not too long ago. A couple of fellas was talking about like, man, what's some stereotypes that y'all don't like, you know? I have the privilege of being around all different cultures, and you get to have these conversations and see how similar we actually are. Because people like to be divided so much nowadays, but we all really the same. We live the same life. Even if you got weird tendencies that you feel are weird, we all weird. It's a good thing to be weird. But we all really the same. So we having this conversation, I said, it's a stereotype that you just can't stand, man. And this white guy was like, man, I don't like the stereotype that I can't dance. When everyone's known for something. Like for instance me, I'm known as a guy who does videography, songwriting, or ASMR, or eating on camera, right? He's known for breakdancing. He's like, man, I can't stand that. And I was like, man, yeah, the one about, what was the one? We got into some political stuff too, but it was the one about, oh man, I think, so we had a long conversation, but it was specifically one about fried chicken. I know that for sure. Everybody loves fried chicken. I feel like that stereotype need to go away. But that's just is what it is. But we got deep. We started talking about political stuff. One of the guys said, you know what? I feel like we should all be treated the same. And they got into the BLM stuff and all those things. And I try to avoid those conversations because I stand where I stand and I've experienced what I've experienced. But he said something that triggered me. He said, I feel like we should all be treated the same because, you know, I don't go looking for it. I don't go looking for problems. And most of the guys you see that are on TV, social media going viral, and get hurt by the police or whatever the case is, I'm gonna try to keep this out of the political, but I'm gonna speak on this just a little bit. He said most of the guys you see get hurt by the police and stuff like that always causing a problem. Now I'm gonna speak on that because I said, man, look, now I've done my violent thought times in my days, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a whole different person. I've grown, right? I don't do the same stuff I used to. That being said, I've grown, but I didn't change. I still dress the same. I still look the same. I still talk the same. So I've had so many experiences when a police officer pulls me up, rolls up on me, whatever the case is, immediately they grab their hip, getting ready for anything to happen. I get it. I'm 6'2", I'm beefy, and I look like I could hurt you, but at the end of the day, there's no reason for you to feel intimidated by me or treat me as such a type of way just because of my skin color or my appearance. There's no way. And the only time that they stop talking aggressive or being defensive is when I speak. And once they hear my tone, like, oh man, let me not mess with this one, he educated. Or let me not mess with this one, he's not one of those. At the end of the day, man, when you approach someone, this is anybody who's on my channel who is an officer. I understand it's the training. You're in some type of environment and you're used to dealing with certain type of situations or whatever the case is. So you start handling all those cases the same. Realize we are all human beings. We all got a purpose. We're all something that we're doing it with a purpose. Now, how do I say this? I commend you for doing what you do, and I thank you for providing your service. But until you are a detective, do not investigate. Just please protect. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get political with it, but that's the conversation we had. We was talking about stereotypes. I don't know how I got off the board like that, but yeah, man. I used to walk in the store and then feel bad when I didn't have to buy anything because I didn't see what I wanted and I walk out empty-handed. I used to feel nervous, like, oh, man, let me just buy this pack of gum. I don't do that no more, man. Stereotypes mostly be in your head alone. And I'm glad of the times that we're in now, because a lot of those things are changing. People starting to realize that we all on this hamster wheel, you know? This is bomb. I hope I press record. A little bit of doom. Can't waste that. Take the finger, get all that up in there. Amen. Today is a good day. Every day is a good day that you wake up. You get to eat good food. You get to express yourself. You get to be you. You get to live. I know we all go through certain things. But at the end of the day, we still here. And don't ever forget how precious life is, especially the ones around you. Make sure you tell your people you love them. Make sure you tell your people you're loyal to them. Make sure your people know how special they are to you. With that, I'm going to just leave it. No closing sentences, no closing story. Just thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing and commenting, liking, and sticking with us on this journey. Make sure you go to dreamxovisual.com. All the links are there, social media, everything. With that being said, I'm out. Tell your mama you love her before I do.